Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Predictions. I'm your host, Terry Edelman, at TE Picks on Twitter, ready to break down today's slate. Not a whole lot of games to go over, but definitely has some plays that I love on today's slate. Smaller slate, but definitely some good games to go over. Quickly, before we get to that, though, we will take a look back at the last show, which was on Saturday, and I'll quickly breeze through what happened on the slate. Ovechkin anytime goal, plus 130 was a nice winner to start off the afternoon. My only early play, and he cashes, which he has been doing on a regular basis. We'll, of course, talk about him coming up. Devils and Sharks, I passed on. Detroit and Winnipeg. What a great game. I told you all I had the big 2.4 unit play on the over 5.5. Both teams trending towards the over, and both teams have gone over when facing each other in the past. Was shocked it was a 5.5. Dylan Larkin got the empty net goal, so it was very, very close. A little bit scary, but it got there when we needed it to. Patrick Kane, unfortunately, did not score. Boston lost to Toronto. I didn't have any plays there in that game. The Wild, the Minnesota Wild, 4-0 shutout of the Carolina Hurricanes in Carolina. And I posted on Twitter how impressive this was. Um, the Wild, obviously without Kirill Kaprizov, that's one thing, but also without two of their top four defensemen, the two that usually play on the top pair, Jared Spurgeon and Jacob Middleton, both out of the lineup. Kirill Kaprizov out of the lineup, but the Wild still find ways to win games, including the Washington Capitals and the Carolina Hurricanes in two Eastern road games. So incredibly impressive for the Wild. Marco Rossi point, which was my only play in that game, minus 110. While he had 4 assists. So that was as easy as a winner as you can get, cashing there in the first period. St. Louis Blues, Columbus Blue Jackets, great game there. Over 6 cashed. Dylan Holloway point cashed. And then the same game parlay that I gave out. Werenski point, Marchenko point, Monahan point, and Voronkov point, plus 230. The first two goals we cashed on all four of those with the Blue Jackets. So a nice winner there. Hurricanes and Avalanche game I stayed off of. Didn't really like that one. Same with Utah and Dallas. And then Tampa Bay and LA. Fortunately, Byfield and Fogle points didn't get there. So that was unfortunate. And I leaned with the Kings, but I didn't like how Tampa Bay has dominated them. Tampa Bay outshot them 34-21. Still found a way to lose. The Flames lost at home against the Predators. The Predators win back-to-back games for the first time this season. So unfortunately, the Flames money line lost, even with Dustin Wolf in net. And then, unfortunately, with the Kraken, Matty Benier's goal and point both lost. He didn't get a point. Vince Dunn, over half a point cashed. And then in the Buffalo and Vegas game, Victor Olofsson was a push. Rasmus Dahlin assist cashed. Jack Quinn did not get a point. And that brings us to our thank you segment of the day.
23 to go, down 3-0 and already on a power play. Dahlin with a shot, scores. That one is ticked in front of the net, and that is, I believe, Jason Zucker is going to get
adjust his position.
Jason Zucker, with the time almost out. Let me get 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. At the end of the game, Buffalo had just not been playing well. They had that power play, and Jason Zucker Had the full unit on his point prop at plus 110. Also, anytime goal plus 300. And it also cashed Dahlin assist plus 140, which was a Tech exclusive play for me. So overall, finished 11 and 11, but up 5 units. Up 5 units on the day, thanks to the big plays cashing in NHL, as well as the Cincinnati Bengals cashing for me on the money line, which was a 2.7 unit play. So I had 2 big plays on Saturday, and they both cashed. Taking a look back at yesterday very quickly, no NHL plays for me. I didn't like the slate, so I passed. And then when it comes to NFL, small losing day. The Vikings game, I went to sleep at halftime, and I'm really glad I did. I'm really glad I didn't stay up to watch that last second half. What an absolute disaster. But hockey show, so luckily that's all we're going to talk about the Vikings, and we'll move right along. Terry the Profit Man. Yes, NHL has been going really well. So is NFL, other than yesterday, really. But smash the like button. Thanks, Tommy. Hello, Addison. Hope all is well. Yes, sir. Terry, thanks for that anytime goal. Awesome. Glad you cashed. Don't know which one it was because, or is Zucker. I'm assuming Zucker. Yeah, because there was other ones that cashed as well. But we're going to jump into today's slate, and we're going to start right off the bat with my favorite game of the night by far. The game I have the most plays in here. Washington Capitals and the Buffalo Sabres. Washington, minus 142 to minus 162. Road favorites. Buffalo, plus 125 to plus 134. Home dogs, 6s and 6.5s across the board here. A lot more 6s than I expected here in this game. Both of these teams trending towards the over. Charlie Lindgren confirmed for the Capitals. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen looks to be starting for the Sabres here. And taking a look at this game from a side perspective, this is not the best spot for the Buffalo Sabres. The Sabres, obviously, they had that 13-game losing streak. They finally snapped it. They won 3 games in a row. Of course, Islanders, Chicago, and St. Louis. Not really the best 3 opponents. And then since then, 4-2 loss to Colorado, 6-5 loss to 4-2 loss to Dallas, 6-5 loss to Colorado, and a 3-1 loss to Vegas in their last game. So we're kind of seeing Buffalo obviously facing much tougher opponents, and it won't get any easier here with Washington. They've kind of been struggling. Washington's been alternating win-loss in recent games. Of course, their most recent loss is Detroit, who's on fire since the coaching change, and then a 4-3 shootout loss to Minnesota as well, winning other games recently. This is a good spot, I think, for Washington. At this price, you would have to look at them in regulation or on the puck line. And that over 6 is very tempting. Very tempting here in this one. The issue for me, though, is first I wanted to see who was in net. And obviously Lindgren would most likely help with the over versus Thompson. But the Sabres only got that 1 goal by Zucker against Vegas, and this is just not a great spot. They had 1 day off since that loss to Vegas, the 4-game road trip out west. Now they're back home, 1 day off, and they have to face the Capitals. So I could see an instance where maybe the Capitals win this game 4-1 or something like that, and the total stays under. So not getting involved with the total here. Alex Ovechkin. And, a lot of people, when they're betting goal props, they want big plus money. And I totally understand. And hey, if you guys watch this show, I love big plus money goal scorer props that I bet. However, sometimes with a guy like Ovechkin, you're not going to get plus 200 for him to score. Good luck with that. Plus 130 was the best price I could find for Ovechkin to score. A lot of books have him at around plus 100, plus 105. But as you can see, point in 14 of his last 16 games. He scored a goal in 6 of his last 7. and he's got at least 3 shots in 13 of his last 14 games. So Alex Ovechkin is a guy on a mission. And I really believe if he stays healthy the rest of the season, he is going to pass Wayne Gretzky for the most goals scored in NHL history. I've been riding along with Ovechkin here recently. He obviously has a great situational spot against the Sabres team. So give me Alex Ovechkin anytime goal, plus 130 here in this one. As you can see, he's just been on fire. And sorry, I deleted my page here with plays and the exact odds that I got them at. There we go. That's better. And then, as you can see, Dylan Strome. He's got an assist in 4 of his last 5 games and a power play point in 4 of his last 5 games. He's been doing damage on the power play. I took Dylan Strome assist at plus 105. I haven't really been having the best luck with power play props recently, so staying off there. Pierre-Luc Dubois, a point in 12 of his last 14. He's a great look. Jacob Chychrun on the blue line. He's got a point in 4 of his last 5. He's hot recently. 3 shots on goal in 4 of his last 5 as well. So he's really shooting the puck a lot. For Buffalo, yes, I hate the spot for Buffalo. I hate it. But we got to keep sticking with Jason Zucker right now. He was streaky when he was with the Wild. And right now he is red hot here for the Buffalo Sabres. His point prop, which was plus money in the last game, is not. It's around minus 125, minus 130. So books are catching on with Zucker. However, I did get his anytime goal prop at plus 280 in this game. He scored in 5 of his last 6 games, and a plus 280 for him to score was just great value for the Buffalo Sabres. And I've been rocking with Rasmus Dahlin assist as well, so I'll stick with that also. Plus 125 at Bet365 for Rasmus Dahlin to get an assist. I like that as well. Peterka did get a point in his last game. He's been producing, but I'm sticking with Dahlin and with Zucker. Don't want to overload here with Sabres props because I'm not sure how much they put up offensively here in this game. But we'll see what people are thinking here. Rangers minus 1. You cashed Rangers minus 1 against the Blackhawks. Very nice. Very nice. Click the like. Thanks, Subaru. Ovechkin anytime goal parlay with Strome assist is plus 185. Yeah, that's a great look. If you wanted to boost Ovechkin anytime goal, you might as well put Strome assist there because they really do go hand in hand. So that could be a good way to get bigger plus money if you want bigger plus money. No McMichael. No McMichael. Why? Let me see here. Bear with me for a second, and I will take a quick look at Connor McMichael here. McMichael, he scored in his last game, but then previously 2 games with nothing, an assist against Detroit, and then nothing before that. He's only getting 1 to 2 shots a game, so yeah, he's not consistent to be on the spreadsheet or on the sheet here. I'm in a love triangle with Ovi, Strome, and Dubois, or would that be love square? Whatever. I don't know, but when these guys are cashing like they are, I don't blame you for loving them at all. Don't blame you. Look at anytime goal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mondays are tricky because even hockey players get a case of the Mondays, Sundays, and Mondays are low energy days. Chychrun. Yes, I know. The Y always screws with me. Thanks, Tommy. Washington versus Buffalo under 6.5. Ooh, see, that's a bit scary. I would like that a lot more if it was Logan Thompson in net. Obviously, I've discussed about the Buffalo Sabres. I don't know how much offense we're going to get from them. However, they are facing Lindgren instead of Thompson. And what we could see here from the Sabres is potentially just no defense at all. If they come out here and play really bad, this game could soar. Maybe the Capitals score 6 on their own. So when it comes to the total, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I like this, Owen. Washington and Reg. I think that's a good look. I like it. Protus is heating up. Click on him. Yeah, kind of every other game. Assist against Toronto, nothing against Detroit. 2 goals against Boston, nothing against Minnesota, and then a goal against the Rangers, but only 1 shot on goal. And actually, in 4 of his last 5 games, he has 1 or 0 shots. So yeah, not quite consistent enough for me to be here on the sheet. But moving on along to our second game, we've got the Vancouver Canucks and the Montreal Canadiens. Here in this one, Vancouver minus 128 to minus 130 road favorites. Montreal plus 110 to plus 116 home dogs. 5.5s and 6s, depending on what you're looking at here for the total. This Canucks team, they've been struggling. Obviously, they just got shut out 3-0 at home to the Nashville Predators. Shootout win against Seattle before that. Back-to-back losses against Calgary and Seattle before that, and a win against San Jose. It's not exactly beating the best opponents. San Jose and Seattle, both 4-3 wins. It's also close wins. This Montreal team, they're finally back home after pretty long road trip here. Obviously, starting before Christmas, then they would have had the Christmas break. But they six game road trip. So it's been a bit here before since they've been last at home. The Habs, though, they've won 7 of their last 9. So the Habs are playing pretty well. Of course, when I took them against Chicago, they did not play well, but that's okay. It's going to happen. But Montreal's been beating the better opponents that they've been facing. Colorado, Vegas, Tampa Bay, Florida. Those are some very good teams that Montreal has beat. With Vancouver here, I believe I read something saying about Quinn Hughes could be potentially returning tonight. We're not quite sure. We'll have to see if he does, in fact, play. Looking at the Vancouver Canucks right now, it's that top line. Brock Besser, Jake DeBrusk, and JT Miller that are producing. I really don't want to take any Vancouver props here in this game. And when it comes to the side here, I did say that Montreal was banned, but of course that was just an overreaction. I've not completely banned the Montreal Canadiens, but I don't like this long, successful road trip, and now they're back home in this first game against a team that's been very good on the road. The Canucks, 11-4-2. So ultimately, passing from a side perspective, however, I do have to take goal Caulfield, anytime goal. Point in 9 of his last 11 games, but he's really starting to score recently. A goal in 4 of his last 5. I got Mr. Caulfield to score at plus 190. Plus 190. I really like the price there with that against this Canucks team. And we'll take a quick look at starting goaltenders. I did read something about Thatcher Demko is not feeling well, or sorry, hurt himself. Or so should be Kevin Lankinen, not confirmed yet. Nobody confirmed for the Montreal. It could be Samuel Montembeault, or we could see Doves, who's been very good as well. But for me here, goal Caulfield, anytime goal. Staying off Jake Evans. He's kind of gone cold here the last couple of games. And then Suzuki assist is also a good look, but just sticking with Mr. Caulfield here. Please tell me Canadiens money line is the right move tonight. Well, And then Eric's also saying Montreal money line. The Habs have been playing really well. Like I said, the Habs have been playing really well. It's a long road trip, that they've been on, and now they're back home here. And a lot of the time, you tend to have a little bit of a letdown spot. So at this price, it would be Montreal or pass, and I'm passing, except for player props. Quinn technically game time decision, which means he'll play, which typically means he'll play. There we go. We'll see if he's 100% or not. Hughes was point per game average before the injury. Yeah. We'll just have to, like I said, see if he's 100% back to normal. Hopefully they don't rush him. Caulfield, super reliable as same game parlay for a point. I'm guessing you're talking about a point. Yeah. He's been great. Especially recently for Montreal. During this winning streak, Caulfield has been a big producer for them during this streak. Florida Panthers and the Colorado Avalanche here in this game. Florida plus 102 to plus 110. Colorado minus 119 and minus 133. 6.5's right across the board in this game. So books are in agreement here. And I find this to be an incredibly tough game to look at. And maybe the draw. Maybe the draw is the way to go in this one. Florida going to overtime in their last game against Pittsburgh. Colorado's gone to overtime in back-to-back games against Buffalo and Montreal. So that's really the only way I could look at this game. Florida has been trending towards the under. Of course, their offense has been kind of shaky. As you can see, the only consistent guy is Jesper Boquist, who's got a point in 4 of 6. So not really super consistent either. So I don't trust the Florida Panthers offense right now to go towards a total here. Colorado off the overtime or shootout loss against Montreal. They should bounce back here. I don't want to take them as a side. So ultimately, this game is a pass. When you look at player props here, Valery Nichushkin should be in red. I believe he's listed as day-to-day, so his status is unclear. McKinnon, if you're going to bet McKinnon props, you got to look at 2+ points, which he's done 5 of 7, or power play point. Assists won't be worth anything. Makar has been producing as well. Mikko Rantanen has been consistent as well for Colorado. This game is just the one game of the 4 I'm passing on today. But won't be surprised to see it go to overtime. So maybe you want to look at the draw. That's some nice plus money here. Best current price is over anytime goal plus 130 at Fanatics. Pierre-Luc Dubois point minus 111. Not horrible. I'm just staying away from Pierre-Luc Dubois, and it's not because he's obviously been very consistent. He's just not on the line with Ovi, unless that's been changed recently. So I don't want to. Would rather just stick with Strome, who plays with Ovi. I'm present. Hi, Terry. Hey, Timothy. Hope all is going well for you. Colorado money line. I lean that way. I do. Can't trust Colorado goaltending and can't trust Florida offense, but you can trust the altitude. Okay. Oh yeah, and speaking about goaltenders, thank you for reminding me. Sometimes I do forget to talk about goaltenders. Sergei Bobrovsky, unconfirmed, should be playing here. Mackenzie Blackwood is confirmed because Wedgwood, I was just going to say the other Wood is hurt. So it's going to be Blackwood here, who is the starter after getting that 5-year deal. He's definitely the starter here. So see what happens in this game, but it's a pass for me. On to our next one here, the New Jersey Devils and the Seattle Kraken here in this one. New Jersey, minus 235 to minus 255. Road dogs. The Kraken, plus 200 to plus 208. Home dogs, 6s and 5.5s. Mostly 6s. DraftKings has a 5.5. PointsBet has a 5.5. Everywhere else here I see has a 6. And right off the bat in this game, um, I get it. New Jersey is the better team overall in the season. 24, 15, and 3. The Kraken 17, 20, and 3. However, if you look at recent play, um, this New Jersey Devils team is really struggling right now. 4 consecutive losses, 5-2 in Carolina, 3-2 in Anaheim, 3-0 in LA, and then 3-2 against the Sharks. So, okay, Carolina, LA, very good opponents, especially in their home buildings. But losing 3-2 to Anaheim and losing 3-2 to San Jose, when you're a team of the caliber and you have the players of the caliber that this New Jersey Devils team has, there's really no excuse to have lost 4 games in a row, which included San Jose and Anaheim. One of those games should have been a spot that we see this Devils team bounce back. However, we haven't. When you look at player props, Jesper Bratt, the only consistent guy for the Devils right now. I have no interest in taking him here. I'm not on the Kraken, but a plus 200, there's just a ton of value with them. Looking at the Kraken, though, they've lost back-to-back games. 4-3 shootout against Vancouver, 4-2 loss against the Oilers. The Seattle have been a heavy over team recently. However, this Devils team, as we can see, has been an under team where they just haven't been getting a lot of consistent offense. For me here in this one, Matty Beniers and Jaden Schwartz on that top line, assuming they're still together. Looking at goalies here, nobody yet confirmed. So easy for me to go with goalies here. Yeah, Schwartz, Beniers, and Kako on that top line still. And as you can see, Schwartz and Beniers have both been scoring recently. Beniers' point, I believe, is plus 125. So there's definitely value there. He didn't get a point in his last game. Schwartz did score in the last game. I wasn't on him here. I don't really want to load up on Kraken props. I did pull the trigger on Vince Dunn point, which I got for plus 110 at FanDuel. Yes, he's been assisting, so you could go with the assist for bigger plus money. I'm not going to mess around, though. I just took Vince Dunn point at plus 110. I want to look at Beniers and I want to look at Jaden Schwartz. It's just this Devils team has been a really low scoring team recently. So ultimately staying off, but the Devils have allowed at least 3 goals in 3 straight and then 5 against Carolina. So they are allowing some goals. Maybe I should look at the Kraken. Maybe I should look at Beniers and Schwartz. But right now, just Vince Dunn over half a point in this game for the Kraken. Kako is on my do not bet list for the time being. Yeah, as you can see, he's not in the sheet. He's not in the sheet here, and he plays with Beniers and Schwartz, who have both been absolutely red hot. So that should tell you that Kako's not consistently going to the offense with Schwartz and Beniers. So yeah, I can see why you're staying away from him. Anaheim and San Jose had great months. Minus 250, minus 300, minus 400 prices overflated. Yes, Anaheim and San Jose have been playing well. Maybe San Jose not so much. Anaheim's been doing well recently, but yeah. Kraken opened at plus 135, now plus 205. Whoa. Okay, well, that's telling me, well, even it shouldn't move that much, but that's telling me that it's going to be Grubauer again and not Decord. That's what that tells me. But that shouldn't move. That should not move the line that much. So the value is definitely on the Kraken. New Jersey Devils haven't broken losing streak yet. I would only play minus 200s after the dog scores first and prices drop. That makes sense. That makes sense. But for me here, Vince Dunn over half a point. Kraken game is on late. Maybe I get towards the Kraken later on, but not at the moment. If you guys are new to the show, make sure to hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's show. I appreciate all the support. Premium plays on CapperTech. Prices are right there. My CapperTech link is in the description below. I post free plays there and premium plays as well. I have a full unit side on today's slate, as well as a player prop that I didn't give out on today's show, which is available over on CapperTech. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode. Picks on Net, NHL, picks and predictions. Best of luck to everyone on this small NHL slate we have today. Thanks for watching, guys.